Hello, welcome back to this episode of The Bald Book Geek. This is the return of the Bookhaul. I haven't done one of these in almost a year, partly because I kind of hate making them, so I'm trying to figure out if I can find a way of making them and liking them, so I'm doing this completely differently. But here we are, the return of the Bookhaul. Like I always say at the start of every video, all of my links are down below. If you guys are interested in getting in touch, everything you need to do is downstairs. And for all the new people, like, subscribe, hi. Let's get on with this. I hope you guys enjoy. Cyberpunk City by D.L. Young. This was on my Kindle. It got compared to William Gibson, and that's always a pickup for me. If I see books like that, I'm usually the first one there. I like Cyberpunk, and I'm looking forward to getting the others. I've read this. I will talk about my feelings on this in another video, but it's definitely a good one. So that's Cyberpunk City. Marilyn and Me. This one looked interesting. I was sent this from a subscription box, and if you're interested in getting money off said subscription box, please go to the link in the description below. This looks really interesting. It's told from the perspective of Marilyn Monroe's translator when she was in South Korea to entertain the troops, and it looked fantastic, and it was one that had been on my radar, so to get it in a box is always a bonus, so I'm very happy with that. Kaipa Station, book 1 in the Kaipa series. The writer sent me this, and I'm always happy when writers reach out to me, and this guy's a friend. And he's got such a unique voice. The work that I've read by him previously was more military science fiction. This is looking very... I mean this in the best way possible. Reminds me a little bit... The synopsis reminded me of Alien, so I'm like there. But I cannot wait to get my teeth into this. I like human sagas. I like very human science fiction. And definitely... I will be devouring this, and I will be covering this in a much deeper video in the near future. And, yeah. Dark Lullaby, I was sent this by Titan. It had me at a few comparisons. The Handmaid's Tale and Dark Mirror. But also someone compared this to a few other books that I love, and I'm like, Children of Men got name dropped, and I'm like, okay, we'll give this one a go. They sent me the email, I said yes, so I'm looking forward to getting my teeth into this. It genuinely looks fascinating and kind of terrifying in the same sense. I like dystopia. The Sun by Philip Meyer. I adore westerns. Westerns, especially sort of big epic westerns, is one of my favourite genres, and this promised to look very good. I watched the miniseries, so that's interesting, but I like family sagas too, so it kind of screamed out at me, so I had to pick it up. There is just something about that era of American history that I find absolutely fascinating, and a story like this told through the generations around it is fascinating in itself. In Order to Live, a North Korean girl's journey to freedom. This has been on my radar for a long time. I got it from the library a long time ago and read it through when it first came out. And I saw it on offer on my Kindle. I had to have it. It's heartbreaking. It's harrowing. And North Korea is a real passion project for me. And it's one of those. And to see an insider, especially someone who comes from like the farming communities on the edge and stuff like that, it is fascinating and a wholehearted recommended read. Star Trek Destiny Trilogy. I got all 3 books, The Gods of Night, Lost Souls, and Mere Mortals. The Star Trek novels are non-canon, and I'd heard so many good things about this trilogy. It's told across the Trek timeline. It deals with one of the many versions of the origin of the Borg. It's absolutely spectacular. I've read it before a long time ago, but I mean a long time ago, so I'm looking forward to getting my teeth back in, and it will be a reread, and I'm going to do a video on these at some point or another, just because if you're a Trek fan, this is definitely a series to read.